What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We're going to kick it off with the honorable mentions. First, I have Carlos Hernandez for this splitter. I mean, his stats weren't that great, but I have to include this because Jason Benetti gave me a shout out, and this is kind of
Pitch Ninja will have fun with that one.
The Pitching Ninja is at his computer. Sparks are flying right now.
Next, I have Edward Cabrera for this 96-mile-an-hour changeup, as well as these curveballs. He had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. And lastly, Chase Burns for these obscene sliders. He had 10 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, which was really, really good, but gave up 5 earned runs, which was really, really bad. He would have been way higher on this list had he only given up 1 or no runs. He was, man, dude, these sliders. Whew. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Devin Williams for these airbenders. 2,918 and 2,835 RPMs. I mean, these are high spin rate sliders going the other way. At number 4, Landen Roupp for these wicked curveballs. He also had a painted 2-seamer. He had 6 Ks and 5 scoreless innings. And look at his stats since June 21st. One of the best pitchers in baseball. So you might say, the roof is on fire. At number 3, Logan Gilbert for these 6 splitters. He had 10 strikeouts and 6 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits. Total filth from Logan Gilbert. At number 2, we have the Miz for these overpowering fastballs. I mean, look at this over and over again, as well as this 94-mile-an-hour changeup that is just mutant stuff. Here's an overlay of that 94-mile-an-hour changeup and the slider right before it. Look how much ground these pitches cover at 93 and 94 miles an hour. He had 7 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up no runs. He only threw 64 pitches because they're trying to save him for the playoffs, and I don't blame them. And my favorite part about Jacob Misiorowski and why everybody out there should love the dude, he's a big kid playing baseball. I mean, watch this. Throws a ball here. He thinks it's a strike and starts K-strutting off the field, much to his embarrassment. He smiles and laughs at himself. And then he gets the K and is fired up, jumping off the field like a giant kangaroo at 6'7". And then Randy Arozarena hits this double off him, does a little taunt here. Next at bat, the Miz K's Arozarena, and Arozarena gives him a smile, and Miz can't help himself but smile on the bump. And then when he gets taken out of the game after only 64 pitches, usually a manager will pat you on the butt and send you on your way. He pats Pat Murphy on his butt. Good job, Pat. Thanks for taking me out. Good work. His enthusiasm is contagious, Will, much like yours on this show.
You know, I think you're onto something there, Ninja. Also, the term he plays like a kid is overly used, but the Miz really does play like a big kid out there, and I enjoy it.
He's actually a polar opposite of Paul Skeens. And I'm not making judgment. I love Paul Skeens' stoic demeanor, and he's a force of nature. But Miz is like this big jumping kid. They're about the same age, and Skeens acts like he's a 40-year-old veteran. There's room in baseball for everybody. And at number 1, Cristopher Sanchez for these just disgusting changeups. He had 14 swings and misses on his changeup in this game. He had 12 strikeouts in a complete game with no walks, 4 hits, and giving up only 1 run. And that 1 run, Will, was on a home run, so it doesn't count. Unless you had it for FanDuel's 5 days of dingers.
It counts it just absolutely everywhere, except here.
Cristopher Sanchez's changeup is one of the best pitches in baseball, probably the most underrated pitch in baseball. He has a 47.3% whiff rate on his changeup this season, and opponents are only slugging 169 against it. Not so nice. And it has the second highest run value of all changeups in baseball behind Tarek Skubal. Now on to Ninja Notes. Jacob deGrom had a nice outing, going 6 innings with 9 Ks.
Nice.
Giving up 1 run. His ERA, 2.28 this year. Matthew Boyd had 6 Ks and 7 scoreless innings. He faced Dick Mountain. Who is back?
And there is
Yes.
45-year-old Rich
Hell
Hill.
yeah.
He makes history
Dick
tonight.
Mountain had
He's
1K in
officially
5
the
innings,
oldest
giving up
player
1
in
earned run.
Royals
I'm
franchise
fired up to be saying Dick Mountain again. I'm also fired up because he's the only pitcher in baseball that's older
He's
than
also
me.
now pitching for his 14th different team.
Joey Cantillo had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. Drew Rasmussen had 5 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs. Cam Schlittler had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. I just like saying Schlittler. Frankie Montas had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. Framber Valdez had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run. He faced Eduardo Rodriguez, who had 3 Ks in 6 1/3 scoreless innings. And lastly, but not leastly, Yoshinobu Yamamoto had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run on 5 hits. Actually gave up 3 runs, and I didn't think he was at his best, but certainly good enough. And this curveball was nasty.
Ninja, we're kicking off the corner today with a little housekeeping because the Home Run Avengers are back at it. First starting off in the City of Angels, where the Japanese jackhammer jacked another one out. 4th game in a row. First time in his career, actually, having 4 games in a row, but he does something new every day, Ninja. This ties Mean Gene for the NL lead with 36 homers. But next over to the City of Brotherly Love, where Crowbar Kyle killed his 33rd of the year. And that's all I got on that. So we're going over to the Emerald City, where with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, the man with the bottom of a saint spits on one. 39th homer of the year for Big Dumper, who is on pace to tie Aaron Judge's AL record of 62 bombs. And a reminder, he is the best catcher in the league also. But for Dog of the Day, I'm giving Kodongs of the Day out, Ninja, for a couple of cock shots that I couldn't decide between, both for their importance and because these guys' names are just too similar. First, we got Bryce Matthews, who flicks the wrist and flips the script in the top of the 8th inning to ultimately win the Astros the ball game. But then we got Ben Rice. I guess they don't sound that similar, but Ben Rice and Bryce Matthews, B. Rice, both of them, whatever, just come with me on this journey. Yeah, the game-winning rice cake in the 9th to break the tie and give Spankies a north-of-the-border W, ripping my heart out, expanding the distance between the Yanks and my beloved Sox in the standings, and winning Kodong.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's the easiest win of Brian Woo's career.
Now Wu, starter, Koenig.
Oh, it's a clear-cut victory for Brian Wu.
Wow.
Dare I say, the easiest win of Wu's career.
My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with a same-game parlay of Nick Lodolo for 5 Ks or more and Michael Soroka for 5 Ks or more, and top it off with Taj Bradley for 5 Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in my 30% profit boost for any same-game parlay or same-game parlay plus 3 legs or more. What would your picks of the day be?